Alright, welcome back guys. In this video, we're going to be covering the 7 fundamental quantities. And now these are the quantities that are used to measure each of these 7 things, okay? So all other non-fundamental quantities, so all derived quantities, use one of these 7 quantities. For instance, velocity can be considered a length or a distance over time. So first we'll start with length. So the SI base unit for length is the meter, commonly abbreviated as simply M, right? Now you've probably seen this before if you use a meter stick or if you've seen a measured distance such as 7 meters or anything like that. Now the SI base unit for mass is actually a kilogram. Now this seems counterintuitive because of the word kilo, so you'd assume, oh, a gram is the SI base unit, but that's not the case. And that is commonly abbreviated kg. Now on to time. The SI base unit for time is pretty simple. It's just a second, abbreviated S. Now we get on to electric current. Now the fundamental quantity for an electric current is an amp or an ampere. Now this is commonly abbreviated capital A. Now you've probably seen this if you've ever bothered to read the back of any electrical device. So now thermodynamic temperature, it's actually not Celsius or Fahrenheit, it's actually Kelvin, which is abbreviated K. And it's actually interesting, the relationship between Kelvin and Celsius is actually you take any temperature in Celsius and add 273, and that is the equivalent temperature in Kelvin. So now we get to the amount of a substance. Now this is measured in moles, which is commonly abbreviated MOL, mole. Now a mole is based on Avogadro's number, which is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms. Now what Avogadro's number is the number of atoms in 12 grams of carbon-12. And so this number is 1 mole. So if you say, I have 2 moles of something, it means you have 2 times 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms. So you can think of it as saying like, oh, I have a dozen of something, kind of like how we say a dozen meaning 12. A mole is the same way. A mole means 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd of something. And then finally for luminous intensity, the SI base unit is a candela, which is abbreviated CD. Now again, these are the 7 fundamental quantities and their SI base units, and all other derived quantities are in terms of these units.